soon as you move enough for the Beat Knight to turn the corner, he suspects a trap from this long hallway.
I would like to try and perceive location of trap.
Perception? Everyone can roll perception if you... Sure.
I got a 13.
I got a 17.
Don't sound disappointed at that.
I'm keeping this dice.
There is a trap in this room. Their Beat Knight suggests that it's probably a floor trigger, as you guys can easily see scythe blades lodged into the wall. And slightly overgrown.
Well, if it's a floor trigger, we can keep our eyes out for the trigger, and we can walk past it.
Alright, you are token is standing on it. That's where the trigger be.
Oh, oops. Okay.
Everyone has easily seen said trigger.
Okay. Then let's walk past it.
Elric steps over.
Yay. Ophelia, what about you? You're next in line.
I follow.
The Beat Knight will step over and turn around and stomp on the pressure plate to activate the blades well behind you guys so you don't actively step on it again.
Yes. The best way to disarm a trap is to activate it.
Boop.
So we turn the corner.
As you turn the corner, there is a hole in the ceiling, kind of a divot upwards about here. A space in the ceiling.
Ah.
About there. An alcove in the ceiling, if you will.
I would like to... Can I perceive anything from it?
Yes, you could tell there's something, a statue in the ceiling. Like this was a wall, but it is in ceiling formation.
Okay. I'm gonna have Ophelia go first.
I have an old man. No.
Right.
The Beat Knight
That
volunteers.
leads me to go first. Darn it.
The Beat Knight holds out a hand and asks, would you like to go first?
Nope.
As you guys are arguing, the phantom cow phases through the wall. Continues on its way.
I take a couple steps forward.
You can see up inside this little alcove into the ceiling, and it is another one of those demonic statues with the ruby eyes. But it's in the ceiling.
That's also very frightening.
Beat Knight expresses that he thinks it's not a trap.
It's still frightening to see that. Just in the ceiling.
You now notice this corridor is turned on its side, so the ceiling is the wall. The wall will be the ceiling.
Okay. I want to try and mage hand the rubies.
Okay, I'm not even going to have you roll. This statue plops them out very easily.
Can I replace them with two of the little decorative glass things that I have?
Certainly. You can do that.
I want to do so.
You do so.
Just so it's not to ruin the aesthetic. Anyway. We keep moving.
You can tell the road will fork, but more importantly, there are planks sticking out of the side of the wall.
Planks.
Floor. Wooden planks. A structure. You are able to move around it, but it's out of the wall.
Okay. then we should move around it. Cautiously.
Okay. Proceed.
So we make it to the fork.
There's a door.
Jesus, this just seems like one giant hallway.
And Ophelia, your dead end senses are tingling down this way.
So we take the door.
Give me 1 second.
Dude, I think it's gonna be a dead end.
So I approach the door
Okay, it
and
is
check for traps.
D20.
I roll my eyes and follow.
I got a 13 on trap check.
Yes, another magical trigger.
I want to just try and disarm.
Just straight up dispel
Wait.
magic.
Well, I don't have that one. There should be like a... I was hoping there's like some sort of switch or something for it.
No, this is magic.
This is magic. I'll try.
If you know magic, you should be able to dispel magic. It's like a basic.
I'll try. With a 17.
Easily done.
Let's enter.
You are met with a small-ish room with only one exit. And another jellyfish floating about the room. And that is the only thing of notice. There's nothing else to note in this room.
Nothing else in the room? Okay.
There's a wooden
Let's-
door off its hinges at the bottom here.
Well, let's go down that way.
Hallway.
We go down the hallway.
You hear noises.
I just turn around to the beat night. Did you already take this way? If you did, does it lead to anywhere, or is it just nothingness? Because this is getting really tiresome.
The Beat Knight expresses this second floor is very hallway ridden. He asks, do you want me to point out some points of interest?
I look at
Please.
Elric. I don't know. He's the one leading.
Please.
The Beat Knight will begin to start rambling off the rooms. He expresses there is that wooden plank through the wall was part of a large ship in another room or two over that might have something in it. There is a room with an interesting statue and some treasure chests. There is a room of baby sea monsters that seem practically harmless. And there's a room with a ivory sarcophagus, but it's also filled with glass, he notes. He says, going this way, the first room we'll hit would be the room with the glass.
For the sake of our friend, I think we should try and keep things not glassy. Frail skin and all.
I feel you roll me a perception real quick. Okay. Amadeus has been quiet, but he's starting to hiccup.
Are you okay, dude? Are you okay?
He claims he's fine.
Are you hungry or something?
He says no, he's fine. He's a little bit, but he's fine.
I just look at Beat Night. Beat Night. Are hiccups a side effect of the helmet?
The Beat Knight says it is not. And the Beat Knight says if none of those rooms really hit your liking, maybe the third floor would be more interesting. He says this is very hallway ridden.
Well, I'm more concerned for our safety. And I'm not quite sure what's going on with our companion here.
How much longer do we have?
At this point, you're about at almost 8 to 9 hour of the 12-hour mark.
So I don't have time to take this guy back up to the surface.
You don't think you
Not
can
and
get
come back down.
out? No. You're going to be teleported out. That was your exit plan.
Okay, then let's.
The Beat Knights quickly remembered you guys mentioning something about crabs.
We could take on the giant crab.
He expresses, no, that would be silly. He says, there is another crab further on in the dungeon. It speaks. He says, you guys have messed with crabs before, correct?
Yes.
He says, you could speak with the crab. It guards treasure.
Do you want to speak with the crab?
Sure, why not? Just don't tell it I petrified one of its children.
I won't bring it up.
Is that
Okay, then.
your mission?
Yes. Our mission is to find the talking crab.
Alright. It involves backtracking back down to the 3rd level.
Oh dear.
You easily do so without any issue. You're back in the bubble area. The Beat Knight tells you it's just north. He seems generally excited.
Well, then we tread water north.
You open up into another hallway. There's another wooden wheel stuck in the ground.
Okay.
And you'll open up to a fork in the road here. Beat Knight's at a healthy jog. Beat Knight's on a mission. Beat Knight wants to go to a talking crab.
Keep in mind, I have someone on my back.
Keep in mind, he doesn't weigh as much as the armor that the Beat Knight is wearing.
The Beat Knight holds his jog in place, waiting for you guys.
Left or right?
The
Sir
Beat Knight will continue onwards this way. Elric, you begin to notice a lot of old, what appear to be parchment documents, piles of worn, soaked papers amidst the mud. The Beat Knight just quickly ski-daddles past a dirty fishman just digging through a pile of papers. Just continues.
Well, I might want to come back here later, but we need to keep following the Beat Knight. If we lose him, we lose our guide.
The Beat Knight's luck runs out as his joy overtakes him as he plows right into 3 merfolk.
Oh dear.
They all whirl around and point their tridents at him.
I want to put Amos down by like the wall or something so he's not in danger.
He hugs the wall, but he stands on his feet. He tells you he'll be fine. Stay out of the way.
You think you can walk now?
He's not sure, but he expresses he's gonna stand. You believe to at least try and help strengthen his feet, the legs.
Okay.
The Beat Knight quickly whirls out his amulet. Friend or foe? The merfolk.
I just smack my head.
The merfolk do not respond, but they are holding their position.
I hug close to this wall.
I approach behind the Beat Knight.
Elric, you notice this entire room here, or this area, is slightly a little less devoid of mud, and the floor can slightly be seen covering being covered with hexagonal tiles, as well as scattered coins and jewels about the floor.
We are approaching a palace of sorts. Excellent.
Merfolk will kind of lower their tridents, but certainly are weary about your three. The Beat Knight will point in the direction he wants to go. He will point in this way. The merfolk slightly back off. The Beat Knight regains his jog and begins to continue on his way.
Okay, I go get Amos and head that way.
I cautiously follow, giving the merfolk a wide berth.
They certainly are glaring you guys down, but they do not seem utterly threatening. The room opens up. There is another fountain. It is empty. It is shaped in the form of a snake, kind of lodged in the wall.
An empty fountain.
Yes, there is about 3 foot of air in this room on the ceiling. I'm sorry, it's not a snake. It's a dragon. I'm sorry. And this, all around the base of this fountain, are more coins, looking older in nature, not just straight up gold. We're talking ancient monetaries, like primitive copper and silver.
I would like to gather as much of that as possible.
The Beat Knight is holding his jog right about here. You gather, let's say, about 30 copper and about 10 silver.
I want to try and gather some as well.
We'll say just the opposite. You'll get 12 copper and 30 silver.
Okay.
Voice can be heard up ahead. Beat Knight is eagerly awaiting you guys.
I follow up behind him.
Ophelia, you notice your elf lady. She is walking this way. She is very angry. She appears to have a bubble of air on her head, same as Thaddeus does. She takes notice of you guys and says, and quickly expresses in her anger, "You want to deal with it? Fine!" and storms this way, very unhappy about something.
I assume she's talking about the crab. I just kind of look at the Beat Knight.
Beat Knight holds his jog right here.
Well, we approach.
Everyone roll perception real quick.
Okay.
13.
I got a 16.
Alright. There are petrified loaves of bread, whole loaves of bread, just scattered about the floor in here, as well as a large statue of what looks like a figure praying that's been broken or cut in half, and the torso of it's laying on its side. The Beat Knight is looking over the statue.
I would like to look at the statue too.
I will investigate the statue.
Beat Knight will take note that this statue has a magical ability of some sort, to which the statue will respond, "No, I don't."
I jump back. Well, talking seems like a rather magical ability for a stone figure.
The Beat Knight agrees. The Beat Knight will whip out his amulet and shout, "Friend or foe?" The statue will not respond.
Are you sure he's not just petrified?
"I am petrified," the statue will respond.
Are you a petrified human?
Yes. The Beat Knight will take note that the statue is in half. It should be dead if it were a person. The Beat Knight will pick up a loaf of bread and examine it.
Beat Knight, I don't think it's edible.
The Beat Knight will drop the bread.
It might be able to be used as a weapon. Petrified and all, it's probably gives someone a good-sized concussion.
The Beat Knight will bend down to attempt to pick up the bread again and stop himself. The Beat Knight will look towards the statue. Are you not a statue? The Beat Knight will phrase very carefully. The statue will respond, I am not a statue. It phrases just as oddly as the Beat Knight did. He will
What are you?
question. He thinks it's a trickery statue of some kind. A question answerer.
Agreed. However, it answers in the opposite.
The Beat Knight will hold up a loaf of bread. Is this bread? The statue will respond, no.
It is the opposite.
The Beat Knight expresses, it lies. The Beat Knight will drop the loaf of bread and continue on this way, not wanting to deal with this.
I ask him a question. Which way is the most treasure?
The statue will tell you back the way you came.
Forward it is.
I follow. Peculiar little thing.
We are not afraid of you.
Step over them.
Despite my crab-crushing instinct, I walk around the crabs.
A large open area. Crabs everywhere. Crabs lining walls. One crab will come to the center and waver about, we are not afraid of you.
Well, you're a brave little thing, aren't
The
you?
Beat Knight will jump in front of it and pull at its amulet. Friend or foe? The crab will pinch the amulet. The Beat Knight will race up the crab. Friend or foe? He will whisper to it.
It's a crab. I don't think it's either one. Okay?
Crab will try
Unless we try to hurt it.
The crab will try and pinch onto his helmet, but it is out of his reach.
I want to gently support the legs of the crab so it has something to stand on.
It lets go and is now in your hand.
I place him back down on the ground.
It wavers its hands. I am not afraid of you.
You all need to know your animals better.
A voice will come from the far end of this chamber. Visitors. Just a single word.
I'm not going to approach. Ophelia, go first.
I have an old guy, no.
The
Fine.
Beat Knight will run up and take a knee.
I will approach just up to the Beat Knight.
I will stay behind the Beat Knight.
We are certainly welcome in your home, good voice. We mean no harm. As some large scuttling can be heard as a large crab comes into view. A crab larger than the rest, but more importantly, it's like a hermit crab who's made its home out of a large skull of some kind.
Nifty.
Visitors! The voice comes again. All the crabs in the surrounding area also shout out visitors.
Well, that's not something you see every day.
I just give a polite bow.
I curtsy to the best of my ability.
The crab will step to the side and you will see an obvious gigantic mountain of treasure behind him, like a hoard of treasure in this little alcove right here. Just pretend.
Mm-hmm.
The crab will wave her a hand. Treasure! The Beat Knight will stand and ask if we are permitted to take any of the treasure. The king crab will step back into place and wave her another hand. Food! The Beat Knight will ask, do you require food for treasure? All of the crabs will shout, food! The Beat Knight will run out of the room and grab a loaf of bread.
No, that's petrified. That's petrified. I have an idea. I want to temporarily back out into the couple rooms prior.
Okay.
I want to...
I'm just gonna stay put.
Let's see. Trying to use some of my knowledge.
Ophelia, roll perception for me while Elric is doing whatever he is doing.
19.
Poor Amadeus is starting to heave. He's going to get sick.
I quickly set him down.
Yeah, he kind of pats you to put him down.
Yeah.
I quickly set him down. What's wrong?
He is kind of doubled over. He is trying to heave.
He's hungry. He's starving. He really needs food. It's dry heaving. He doesn't have anything. I'm not even in the room. Never mind. I don't know anything.
He bends over, and through his helmet he actively vomits, which
Ew.
dispels into the water. He does his best to clean out his helmet.
I want to, I should still have a few fish bits left. I want to try and chum the water for squid.
Okay, you do so, but no active, quick response.
Darn.
I look at Amos. I don't have any food unless you want calamari. I can go find a squid.
The gigantic king crab shouts out, "Food!" as all of the crabs rush you guys and begin to pick vomit bits from the water.
Ew. I come back in the room after chumming that water over there.
And there's something has chummed the water here, and these crabs are going nuts for it.
I cautiously pick him back up off the floor, or pick him back up.
I want to cautiously step over these crabs towards the king crab and throw the last of my fish bits towards him.
Your fish bits mix within everything else, and nothing really takes effect.
I know, but I wanted to show him that I was offering to.
Oh no, I have lost my token. Give me 1 second.
I seriously just I look at Elric real fast. Do you have anything this poor guy can eat? He's getting sick.
I pick a handful of fish bits out of the water.
I highly doubt he's going to eat that, considering he threw up.
He hurls again.
I pull out of my pocket mint herb.
Can you eat a mint herb?
The Beat Knight expresses that his body's probably trying to catch up with him. 75 years of who knows what.
I offer the mint herb. It'll at least settle his stomach a little bit.
He will attempt to take it.
Right.
Take it. The King Crab will push past everybody and get in the mix here. And just say treasure one more time as this King Crab goes amongst the middle of everybody. Oop.
He lost his shell! Ah! Well, I guess that means some treasure is ours for the taking.
Amadeus
So
is going to just kind of lean up against this wall right now, the Beat Knight will.
Yeah.
Stand right here.
I want to put as much treasure as I can into my bag of holding.
Alright, what do you grab?
What is there?
What do you see? It is a fountain of treasure.
Well, I most certainly will take a few more handfuls of coinage.
Easy done.
How many does that make now?
50 gold?
Sure.
I want to try and grab gems
Okay.
and any weaponry that I might see.
No weaponry.
Just treasures. Do I see anything ancient or...
Do I see anything odd?
The only odd thing in this particular pile of treasure happens to be a few candelabras.
I'm sorry, a what?
a candelabra?
Large candle holders.
Large candle holders, yeah.
Ooh, that'll look pretty on the dining room table. Mine.
And the rest is pretty much just gold coins and everything?
Pretty much.
Gems and coins?
And I want to put as much as I want to put a few coins in my bag too, just as much as I can.
Well, the voice rings out as the elf lady is returned. And sprints past all these crabs and immediately dives into the treasure and starts filling her pockets.
Are there any, like, not armors, but crowns or...
There's some bracelets and some necklace, some common jewelry.
I want to collect some of the jewelry, because that will sell better than just plain gold.
Alright.
And I'm done.
The Beat Knight will piggyback Amadeus.
I sigh relief. Yay, I don't have to worry about him throwing up on me.
Anything else?
The Beat Knight will suggest there is a magic mirror, a sunken ship, a group of skeletons, a golden statue missing an arrow.
I just look at Elric and hiss. Mine.
I still suggest we do what the statue says, but I can't control you, and I don't want to. Why don't we go visit the skeletons?
The Beat Knight will give a nod and, unless otherwise, backtrack to the next point of new discovery. Back to room 11 with all the papers.
Yay.
You leave the elven lady to plunder her treasure as all the crabs still go crazy. Back in this room here, the scum is just gnawing on some documents here.
Do I see anything in this pile of documents here?
I can already give you, you cannot make anything out. You're surprised these papers have not disintegrated.
Okay, so that's probably just nesting material for creatures at the moment.
The Beat Knight firstly comes upon a petrified orc. And we'll walk around him.
Okay.
Emptying into another corridor, we see, well, a golden statue or a golden figure of an archer mid-drawn of a bow, but there is no arrow.
I would like to investigate and see and look at it and see what might happen if I return the arrow.
This is an archer. He seems to be in pretty much standard adventurer's gear. His feet are in the mud, like a person turned into gold. He is facing this wall right here, fully drawn, but no arrow.
I just look at Ophelia and I was like, whatever you do.
I sigh and reluctantly go return the arrow to the statue.
How do you return it?
Does it look as though the arrow belongs in the... I make it look like he's getting ready to shoot the arrow, basically.
Yes, he's got his bow drawn like he's trying to shoot an arrow, but there's an arrow missing from his bow.
Okay, I want to put the arrow in the bow.
Alright, you can obviously see there's an obvious space for a knock and a small little outcropping in his finger like the bow is resting on the tip of his finger. You place it in place. The rainbow feathers of the arrow actively begin to glow as this statue begins to come to life and slowly rotate. Almost unnaturally, and points in this direction. As the entire thing becomes animate, this golden hunter lets go. The arrow goes soaring into the darkness across the room. The statue is once again immobile.
Well, you have a chance to get it back now.
Well, since it has a spell of light on it, I'm going to follow the arrow.
The arrow arcs across the room. Let me light it up for you. And lands right into the skull of this skeleton of a large creature that has been here for many ages as well. There's also a little water elemental bobbing around.
I go retrieve my arrow.
You pluck the arrow from the skull of this dead creature.
Well, that was lackluster. I was hoping it was a door or something.
Is there anything about this creature?
It is just a skeleton. Whatever this is has actively died. As far as you can tell, it is a lizard of some kind.
Okay. I apologize to her, so yeah, I wasted your time. Normally, this would have led to a good reward, but I guess not.
The Beat Knight kind of reiterates that everything's so jumbled up down here, it would make sense not a lot of things work anymore.
Right.
Beat Knight suggests that the skeletons are this way if that's the intent.
Yeah.
I just look at Elric. But I did discover that this arrow apparently has the ability to move through water normally, which means if I come across a foe that I need to shoot with an arrow, I got an arrow.
You come across another fork in the road. You can tell there is a Lokatha wandering about, but there is a well. It's kind of chilling in the middle of the room, but of course it is empty.
An empty well. Okay, well, that's not...
Scrawled about the floor, in some odd common language, kind of written into the hardened mud, the shield of fortitude is sundered. The Beat Knight expresses that he has not found any meaning to this yet.
Can we do perception? Or intelligence?
Sure, if you'd like.
I've got a natural 1.
I've got a nat 20.
Ophelia, this is important. You do not know why, but this is important. You feel like you need to memorize this.
I've taken a note down for you.
The Beat Knight begins a slight jog, minding the man on his back. Continues
Follow!
onwards.
Is his stomach settled down?
He's erping a bit, but he has not hurled since.
Yay, mint.
This room here contains a large gilded mirror standing perfectly vertical about the room, as well as some more treasure just strewn about. Some aquamarine, some blue spinel, some lapis, a lot of blue gems.
I gather some.
Okay?
Did anything occur when she picked any up?
No, nothing happened. You've collected treasure.
I picked some up too.
I want to look in front of the mirror and see if I see anything weird about it.
You can see your reflection.
That's pretty weird. Are there any magical properties about it?
It is a gilded mirror. For what you can tell, it does not appear to be magical, but it appears to be less weathered than everything else.
And as you're staring at the mirror, we're leaving you behind.
I quickly run after.
The Beat Knight stands right here and tells you, here they are. He seems very humored. There are 5 skeletons. This room is still completely underwater. There are 4 skeletons in the middle, all back to back. They appear to be wearing primitive armor or tattered remains of what were armor. And they all have buckets and look to be like they are bailing water. There's half a skeleton off to the side that does not have a bucket, and he is not moving. He appears to be inanimate or, for lack of words, dead. The Beat Knight expresses he was here earlier. You can't figure him out, but they're funny.
This was quite amusing.
They are all bailing water, except for the one with not moving without his bucket.
My opinion is that they're stuck reenacting how they died. Their ship was sinking, they were bailing water. It's just a theory.
Beat Knight says that's a good theory.
But if they were bailing water out of a ship, where exactly is their ship?
Where is anything in this dungeon?
The Beat Knight chimes up, that's my question.
Well, let's try to... Can we walk past them? Did you try going past them?
The Beat Knight says yes, and quickly gets up kind of a pepped step and kind of walks around him. A few of them look up and have taken notice of the Beat Knight, but they keep continuing to bail water. Says they talk too, you can even ask them questions, but I haven't gotten anywhere.
Well, let's see if we can... Where do you suggest we go from here? I would like to try and go south.
He informs you south is another drop down. Sorry, a hole in the ceiling leads back up to the 2nd floor, as well as the even farther south there is the sunken ship that is guarded by a monster, he poses.
Let's go!
Well, you never know what a ship might be hiding. It could have been a pirate ship, and there might be lots and lots of treasure, and maybe even some rum.
stare at her.